Welcome to today's free session. Today we're going to be doing a technical based session because, as you know already, or you should know already, technical training and having perfect technical ability is exactly what academy scouts look for, and even from the professional level down. Because here's the thing, guys, if you don't master your technical ability, you will never ever become a professional footballer. And it's one of the easiest ways to stand out, especially at a young age, because most players are doing the complete wrong training. They're doing random shooting drills and random other drills when they can't even take a perfect first touch or do 10 keepy uppies. So as you can see, it's very, very important. Imagine if you worked on your technical ability for a few months and you started taking perfect touches, your dribbling improved, your ball control improved. You would stick out like a sore thumb in a game. Everyone watching, all the parents, all the coaches, any scouts there would watch your game and be like, this guy's got potential. His technical ability is very good. He can do all the moves, he can zip it, he can zap it, he can take perfect touches, he can do all the skill moves. And it's simply all because you practice a session like this over and over again. But like I just said there, you've got to practice this stuff over and over again. And I want to be very, very clear. You're not going to practice this first session and suddenly turn into Ronaldinho. That's unfortunately not how it works. However, what will work is, first of all, doing the first session, you will see a little bit of an improvement. Then you practice it again and again and again and again, and then that's where you see the real improvements. And literally, like, I almost can't put it into words. It's not actually that hard. All you need to do is train a few times a week, get loads of touches on the ball, and your technical ability will skyrocket. Very simple. So for this, what you're going to need is some cones, hopefully. If you don't have any cones, then just use water bottles or some other props like a bag. Anything like that is fine. That's what I used to do when I was younger. And then, of course, you're going to need a ball. And here's the thing. Yes, this free training will help you. 100% absolutely. But another big part of mastering your technical ability is variety. You need to be doing other sessions as well, other drills. There's hundreds of other drills that will also help you improve. So yes, doing this one alone will help you improve. But if you had access to everything else, then it would help you improve even faster. And here's the other thing, guys. Technical ability is just one of the pieces of the puzzle. Yes, it's going to make you this good. You're going to improve. You're going to be better than other people. But you also need to be better than the best people. So by improving your technical ability, you're going to go here and you'll leave most of the crowd down here. But there's also going to be players who have also mastered their technical ability. And if you want to stand out against them, you have to have certain pillars of your game that's also unlocked. For example, position-specific training. You need to be doing that to master your position. And as well as that, you need to have the perfect mentality. Throughout your career, you're going to get major setbacks like injuries. Things are going to go wrong off the pitch, and you're going to have a clear mentality to deal with that. Otherwise, you will unfortunately quit. And that's the reality that most people face. So position-specific training, mentality, very, very important. And then from there, you're also going to need to know how to recover like a professional footballer, eat like a professional footballer. And from there, when you get this good, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to contact academies. You're going to need to contact semi-professional teams to get your opportunities. And then the last step of the puzzle is you're going to need to know how to smash your trial. When you eventually get a trial with an academy or with a semi-professional team or a professional team, you're going to need to know exactly what to do on your trial to stand out. So as you can see, technical ability is just one of the pieces to the puzzle of becoming a professional footballer. The rest of the things that I just mentioned are all inside the pro player pathway. So if you're serious about becoming a professional footballer, then you can access all of the things that I just mentioned inside the pro player pathway. And here's the thing, there's absolutely no risk involved, because at the end of the month, you can just cancel your membership and all you've lost out on is potentially buying a takeaway pizza with the price that you got the pro player pathway for. And I'll be honest, it won't get to that point, because trust me, I've worked on this for many, many months. It's been tested by me. Hundreds of other ballers have also signed pro, so trust me, this stuff really works. So the choice is yours. You can either spend months and months longer searching on the internet for random drills, and you can find random trainings of people hopping up and down telling you that that's how you're going to become pro, or you can transform your career today. The first link in the description will be the pro player pathway. Go sign up and I hope to see you inside. Now for the first drill. We're going to be doing the 2 in 2 out cone drill on both feet, and I'm going to explain everything in depth. This is something that you will never get anywhere else on the internet, because all of these random clickbait Instagram accounts, etc., they just post things like, do this random drill, do a bunch of shooting and you'll magically become pro. Of course, that's not how it works, but this drill is how I improve my dribbling, and it's one of my favorite drills out there. So let me show you. We're gonna start on our right foot. So the way that it works is we're gonna take 2 inside touches, followed by 2 outside touches, working on the same foot. And what this is going to do is it's really gonna help you in-game change direction. So the way that it would work in a real game is you are running at a defender, or you're just trying to take some touches to beat a press if you're a defender, and you'd go inside, then you go outside, outside, and you've beaten him because that little inside, inside made him think you're going there, and then you go this way. So it's basically a feint, and that's what dribbling comes down to, just pretending to go one way and going the other. And this is going to really help you build muscle memory in your legs. So it's super important that you do this for a lot of repetitions and you do it regularly. So here's the way it works. So we're going to go touch forward just to get the ball moving. You don't have to do this, but I like to do it just to make it more dynamic. Touch forward like this, inside, inside, outside, outside, inside, inside, outside, outside. And then what you're gonna do is walk it back and then do 5 more reps. So I'll show you what it would look like with a little bit more speed. And here's the thing, you're not gonna get it perfect like I just did there, but you will be gaining that new muscle memory. And eventually after you do it a few times, you'll see massive improvements with your dribbling and your close control. Next, we're gonna be doing the exact same thing, but this time on your left foot. For some of you, those of you who are right-footed, this will be slightly harder. But it's so key. If you want to master your technical ability and be a top player, you have to be able to use both feet. So here's how it would work. Get the ball moving again. Inside, inside, outside, outside, inside, inside, outside, outside. Then walk it back and do 5 more reps. So I'll show you how it would look with a bit more speed. And then I'll do one more rep just to show you guys. Now for this drill, we're going to be doing the double U-shape cone. Now the way that this works is we're going to start with the ball here. I'll show you the full movement and then I'll break it down. So just should look like this. As you can see here, very clean. And that's basically the whole movement. So the way that it works, I'll break it down very slowly because this is how you master a ball mastery drill. You just do each individual movement slowly and then eventually you can do the whole thing in a sequence. So first move is a drag back. And if you just want to practice a drag back over and over again, then that's absolutely fine, until you get the muscle memory down to kind of do the next movement. And then the next movement is an inside foot push, just like that. So you're just pushing it across onto your right foot. So if you wanted to just literally do this over and over again, then that's absolutely fine. Then after that, we're going to be pushing it forward. So roll across, push forward. Then we get to here, stop your foot on the ball. Then it's the same thing again. So just roll across, back, and then up again on your right foot. And now we're doing the opposite thing. So we get to here, we're going to roll back, push across. Then when we get to here, it's going to be on our left foot. We're going to tap it upwards, and then we're going to put our foot on the ball. Then we're going to roll it back and then go across, then push forwards. And then as you can see, whole thing again. So that's basically it. I'd recommend doing this for about a minute straight and then do 3 sets of it. And that's all you need. Yes guys, and now for the last drill, we're going to be doing some unrestricted dribbling. I'm sure you've heard of this on the internet before, but the reason why we need to do it is just to keep our creativity. Take those nice beautiful touches and just basically, now that we've done the cone sequences and we've built up a bit of new muscle memory and you've learned how to touch the ball really cleanly in specific spots, now you need to put it into a creative flow and do all of these types of movements unrestricted. So the reason why we need to do that is because when you get into a game, of course, you're not ever going to go inside, inside, outside, outside, and you're never going to go like this over and over and over again. The reason why you do the cones is because so you can do movements like this in game, where you go inside, inside, oh, explode away. Of course, you're never going to go in, out, in, out, in, out. But you are going to do it once. Or for example, if you're in a tight area, you might need to get the ball away, so you go like this. And then, of course, you run away from the defender. So that's the reason why we do cones and unrestricted work. And now I'm going to show you what unrestricted training would look like. So that's the end of the free training, guys. I hope this session has helped. I mean, of course it's helped. You guys know me, I supply, you guys get the result, as simple as that. Now, if you are looking to take your game seriously and you do want to reach the next level, whether it's just improving, getting into a starting position in your team, or actually you have the dream of making it as a professional footballer, then the Pro Player Pathway is exactly what you need. It's been tested, hundreds of students, hundreds of ballers have signed pro already. You could be the next success story. Go click the first link in the description and sign up. And the last thing I want to say is if you have any questions or you're scared or you're nervous to invest in your football career, then don't worry, because you can always come to me. I'll always respond to your questions on Instagram or Discord or wherever you want to message me. I'll always reply to your questions. So don't be afraid. Good luck, and I hope to see you inside the Pro Player Pathway.